Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, grasshoppers. Looks like our sound is turned off. Let's go with NES. We'll expand this window just a little bit. Hopefully not too much. Let's see, as white, we need E3, I guess. We'll get 9 of these in. How about that? We're gonna go with E3 and C4, Kasparov's anti-computer repertoire when he was playing against Deep Blue at some point or another. He went for this. And can we get extra frisky? Extra frisky? Hey, Bobby. Cameo appearance by the grandson. Hey. Let's see Naya. She's waiting for you. What in the world is he up to here? Is he going to make me lose the tempo? Well, this bishop needs a diagonal. That much is true. I have lost a piece here when the pawn was on c5 by playing bishop e2, castles, and then falling for d4, d3. So fortunately, that will not be happening today. As long as I'm paying attention. What is our volume like? Our volume seems a little high. Let's get it down to about 69 for the volume. Some streamers are extremely loud. Not sure if I like this sound. I like the sound of the chess pieces hitting. Let's dive in here since he's preserved his bishop. And we do want to bother our opponent extra well. Krumpowski. Now this bishop is going to take some extra effort to get him alive. I'm not sure where you think you're going, sir. But we are planning on a little bit of a push. You might be able to force a draw here with bishop g5, rook f3, bishop h4. Could be annoying. Our rating is doing okay. Really? You're gonna double my pawns like that? I guess now we have a future for our pawns. We do. We do have a future for our pawns. That's all right. We were planning on doing this anyway, right? Bishop, bishop. Rook. Bishop, bishop, rook. That looks really awkward for him. Could we be losing a pawn out of this deal? Nah, he's got to guard his bishop. We're going to expand appropriately. We're going to get a rook to the 7th rank as well. Whoa. You gods, folks. Fine. Can we get a double attack out of this deal? No. Shiladi. I was hoping for a bit of a double attack. Well, we were planning on this anyway, but it's unfortunate if we have to do it now. Here, there, everywhere. The draw that I was talking about before. My bishop's looking a little bit the worse for wear. I'm going to get a little bit of a gain of time on my rook lift. Or should I try to gain time on him on this side? Rook, rook, bishop, bishop. Attack, attack. We're not going to rush him into this. We're not going to rush him into this at all. Well, that could suck.
Cats play chess very well.
Thanks for following.
We are losing a pawn out of the deal. For what it's worth, we're losing a pawn out of the deal? Really? Let's go with that direction. We have a back rank mating issue, don't we? We do have a very serious back rank mating issue. So if rook takes, could have also played the potential of playing.
Polly
Said. Hi Master Chess Dojo, I have 2 more birthdays for your calendar.
All right. Let me open up the correct one. Oh, interesting. I may have lost. Moreno. Where are you, Moreno? Team description, YouTube tag, socials. I was putting it right here. All right. No, I haven't entirely lost it. It's in the other. Yes, we are getting very frisky. Very, very frisky. He thinks that I'm actually after his, but I'm not. I'm not actually after him at all. So rook takes, queen takes. Rook takes, queen takes.
Polly.
I'm probably going to lose this
Samuel
game.
Schweber,
My king is
July
too
16.
exposed. My king is too exposed.
Eugenio Maceo, German, October 24th.
All right, thank you so much. Hold on, I'm going to add those guys. To the weekend. Rapid and classical. Uh-oh. Am I in trouble here? It does appear to be so. He has a check and another check. I am in trouble. I am in a state of trouble the world has never seen before.
No, you can't move a pinned rook.
So I'm here. He is there. So here a check, there a check. Let's just work this out. Here a check, there a check. I need to unpin somehow. So he has this check. Oh no, then I'm mated. It's got this check, that check. I'm probably lost anyway, but I think this is my only move. Getting tortured. I should have probably just given up on this one. The benefit of arenas is that it can reward certain types of play. Is he really picking off my rook? He is. We're going to cross our fingers. But we can stop him. with a slime. Thank God for the pre-move. The slime, ladies and gentlemen, the slime. Hence A4 and G6 to get rid of those two. Egads. I think he was just expecting me to play King F1, and he was going to take the rook and promote his pawn.
Polly.
Said. B7 what S with that?
So we have Samuel Schwaber, July 16th. Genio, Marcel Herman.
I always play BC5.
Bishop E7. You play Bishop C5? Not in this position, though. October 24th. You say you had a few, or 2 more birthdays. Okay, good. On my other computer, I have the other birthday. I just want to see what went wrong here for the most part. I was just worse from the start. But we did get an E4 in. Let me make sure I mark my E3 in. Uh-oh. What's up with this pen? Got this pen from my grandson's room. It's possible that it just doesn't work. I wonder if he was using it for something other than being a pen. So that's 422 E3s. And the percentages are below 60% in H3, E3, A4, C3, F3, G3, and D3. Those are my percentages. I'm working on those 6 moves. Again, H3, E3, G3, F3, D3, and C3, and A4.
To play against Trompowski because I have a terrible record against that opening.
Indeed. All right, E4, King, Queen, Asami. So at least it paid off that I played on and didn't just resign. Against E4, we have 35, G6. Now we need to improve our B6 and Knight A6s. Let's see what we can get out of this deal. Let's see what we got. We'll get a square for our knight, if we can. Again, we're trying for a square for our knight. Just a nice original position is what we're playing for. I do have to play this move, don't I? It's unfortunate, but true. He's going to get it back, or is he? Let's see what we can do to bother him. Just in the nick of time. Fortunately for us, we have an out. And it seems to be very well coordinated. Where are you going from here, sir? Mm. Mhm. 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 Well, it's getting more and more interesting by the minute. My opponent is making this more interesting than he needs to. Far more interesting than he needs to. Yes, I know my queen is hanging, but what can he do with it? So far, I believe we've scarfed 2 pawns, and I would love for his rook. Knight takes c5, queen takes f3. Let's put his rook on the a1 square for the moment. And batten down the hatches. Can we batten them down? D takes c5, bishop takes c5. All right. You have me there. I admit it. We want to trade. Don't mind us. Don't mind the gap. We have another open file for our rook. We're up in exchange in 2 pawns. So should we need to sack the exchange back, we will. And now, a word from our sponsor. This one could test his playing ability. So we chalk one up for b6. Trying to improve our 45% winning percentage. That was a very unusual opening by our opponent. A very interesting choice. Took 3 minutes. 3 whole minutes. All 184, how have you been? Were you watching the Hannah Sace, Catherine Heineke match earlier today? Paul? Uh-oh. The most dangerous thing in the world just arrived. Breakfast. Thank you, hon. I say dangerous because it involves syrup.
Holly.
Said. I watched some of it, I got there late.
Which means I got there around game 3 while I was setting up the stream. Trying to clear an area. What were we working on with white? E3? Wow, pancakes. Pancakes and syrup. So this is our second E3 of the day. I don't know if you really need a knife for pancakes. You really need a knife for pancakes? I don't think so. Must the pancakes are planning on putting up a fight. Let's disable the dangerousness of the knife. So let's go with the Cobra variation. Reversed Cobra. And now that he doesn't have a square for his knight on c6, we're going to take advantage of that one as well. I don't know the last time I've had pancakes. This is a treat. They're not just any ordinary pancakes. These are banana pancakes. I haven't detected any walnuts because the grandson is allergic. Wasn't that interesting? Knight takes c6, knight takes c6, bishop takes b5. All right, this is looking entertaining. Let's do this. We're going for entertainment factor, by the way, everyone. Not good chess. Do not do as I do. Do not do as I do as I say. In other words, do not play like me. Hopefully he doesn't realize that he can castle in this position. What did he do? What in the world did he do? Bishop takes, queen takes. All right, well, it's getting more interesting. We're about to remove a defender. Removing a defender. All right, 1.5 points with E3. Trying to improve our 45% winning percentage. No, that's with B6. Our terribly awkward 57% winning percentage with white. At some point, I will search chess-base for all pawn structures with a pawn on e3, and I will study those games appropriately. All right, Boss Boris. Against d4, our worst performing move is c6. Can you believe it?
Polly.
Said. I rarely have a pawn on e3.
Right? I was thinking the same thing. We're going to go with a London structure. Oh man, banana pancakes. What a treat. It's insane. What a treat. What a treat. So good. I'm terribly sorry that I did not. Mm-hmm. I did not show them to the camera before I devoured them. I was fully expecting my opponent to play the move. I'm not done attacking these weaknesses yet. Not at all. So where's the knight going? A simple move like castles. Extremely dangerous, folks. So we improved our stats with 1c6 a little bit. 49% winning ratio with the black pieces. This is extremely dangerous, yes? Do that. That one behind me. And Amaya and I eating on stream. Not good. 45 minutes to go in the 90-minute melee. Where is he? And what does it all mean? And then we're going with E3 still, right? This is our third. No Grand Prix attacks. It's a very lame Sicilian that I'm playing. But we will live with it. When I have to run immediately afterward to the whippersnapper's belt ceremony, it means fair enough. Let's find out what we're all about. So he's got that covered, or does he? I mean, obviously this is the natural move. We don't have Queen C7 or A3 in, so there is a little bit of irony involved. We're just going to play it that way. We'll play it that way. Are we really going to rule the world? Knight takes d5. Knight c6. It is a very unusual way of getting our knight back to the center, but we'll take it. Rule the world. Looking out at the enemy's eyes. Is this Coldplay? Or Red Hot Chili Peppers? Coldplay or Red Hot Chili Peppers? Wow. We're going to reserve judgment here for just a moment. Reserving judgment on his last move. We are here, by the way, in case anyone was wondering, because we wish to master chess. That is the primary directive. So let's see. I will take the time. What could he be up to? Really? We're here to tag weaknesses, by the way. Nothing more and nothing less. We're here to tag those weaknesses. And if we get a chance, we're going to pile upon them. We just have to keep in mind that we have at least as many weak pawns as he does. I'm just hoping that he's got the wrong rook on the wrong square. Rook on e to d8, queen to c2 would have been a different story, because then he has queen to d3, kind of stuffing me, but that pawn could become weak and lost. Really? You're planning on exchanging, 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 and exchanging.
Polly.
Said,
I'm curious.
you have a big time advantage, you will win.
Ariel Zamora is extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous, by the way. I see.
Polly.
Said, what is your record against him?
I just weakened my f2 square. I'm not too pleased with that one. Queen takes c3, queen takes c5. A record is plus 10 after 60 games or so. 80 games, and I'm plus 10. So he's got a very good percentage, amazingly enough. Let's just get him to retreat just a little bit. Can I get him to retreat just a little bit? And now for something completely indifferent. Rook takes, queen takes. I have no choice. But to try to take advantage of the fact that he has a bit more skin in the game. Whoa! This is going to leave a mark, I believe. I should have taken with check and then played queen e5, but he got away. How much away did he get? We'll know in a moment. F4 versus E3. Because we're going to bust up the Yankees over there. And now for the winner. We did set a trap for him. Unfortunately, he saw it. Because he didn't move instantly, he saw the trap. It's very much a bummer that he saw the trap.
Polly.
Said. You have this.
Yeah, I feel like I should have it. That's a lot of extra pawns, right? Wow.
Polly.
Said. He traded into a losing KP endgame.
Well, he didn't have much of a choice. It was a losing king and pawn ending that I was headed for. So what can you do? I mean, it was a winning king and pawn ending that I was headed for. So I'm going to have my to-go cut ready to go. Oh, hold on here. As black. Trying to improve my abysmal performances. Wow, this guy's C6, huh? I think I'm going to go with something different. I'm 92% with A6. E6, how about that? We're going with the E6. In an anti-London system. So now we're at 143 in number. We're going to try to get rid of that bishop. immediately, if not sooner. Kazuba, a player without a title with that high of a rating is usually, I would almost guarantee it, usually well, isn't that interesting? Usually very openings based, right? He was very based. Let's just put it that way. But I'm pumped. So, c takes d4, knight takes e4. Knight takes e4, d takes e4, queen takes e4, and my rook is embarrassed. So let's get another pawn in the mix. One more pawn in the mix, and then let's hope that his rook is equally embarrassed. Are we sacking the pawn, or are we trying to hold the pawn? I don't know. I want to keep my queen on this diagonal for just a moment. We will worry about it later. I have to get out of dodge. And I have to return the pawn. Knight f3, f3. Wow, he didn't go for it? He did not go for it? That's so bizarre that he did not go for it. Knight f3 is too much of a double attack. So now rook takes f3, g takes f3. Queen to g3? I don't like it. I don't like queen to g3 at all. Queen to h3 I don't like. So what's the story on queen to g3? Queen to h3? Just as difficult to meet. Just as difficult to meet. So far, we're ahead of the game just a little bit, but not by much. We are ahead of the game by that much. We need to keep up with the Joneses. If at all possible. That's interesting. Never occurred to me that he was coming in on that side. Takes, check. Wasn't that a bummer? We're just going to play the percentages as we see them. And now, queen to c6. What can we do to him? What can we do to him? Very annoying. I put all my eggs in that one basket, and it doesn't look like it's paying off. Queen to c6 check. King over, pawn takes pawn, wins my queen. Queen to c6 check. King d8. Pawn takes pawn, wins my queen. No choice. Buenas, no choice. So it's a little bit of a bummer. He wants to take it with check, or he wants to trade queens. So it looks like I have no choice. And I'm losing everything. I'm losing everything. Uh-oh. So meanwhile, against e4, we're giving b6 one more whirl. Ah, he's decided to play ball. He did. He decided to play ball. We'll see what he does with it. Well, that was interesting. Gave me the bishop pair just like that. I'm going to keep the bishop pair. I'm going to raise him the long diagonals. All right, I admit it. I admit it. You may have something on me here. What in the world? What in the world is going on? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Where are you going? Where are you going? Maybe he has something. He got his pawn back. That much is true. That much is exactly true. It was... I admit it. I'm living a very risky life. A very, very risky life. Anything, anything for you. Anything, anything for you. I am actually losing one. This could be tricky, folks. Where are you headed? We're trying our very level best to create some form of Gegenspielen that may or may not work. But we'll see. What in the world? Dudovich. Never occurred to me that you would be so, I don't know what the right word is. Up front? You can take on b7, c7, b7. I don't know if I've actually got anything here. I get to counterattack on e3. But he's got knight takes f7 if I'm not careful, and my rook on d8 is overworked. Actually, my rook isn't so overworked. My rook on d8 is not so overworked. But we'll see. Oh, I had queen takes rook. I had queen takes rook and I had queen takes rook and rook takes a1 and or queen takes g1 as it turns out. I had mate in 2 and I missed it, folks. Ye gods. Still have the same threats as before. Still have the same threats as before. It's amazing when a plan comes together. So here a check, there a check, everywhere a check, check. Do we have time for one more game? I don't think so. Just a test. It's just a test of the emergency checkmating system. And now for something completely different and different and different and different. It's a bummer. Can't fool around. Ariel Zamora could be catching up with me at any moment. It is an action-packed day today, folks. I must not overbook. Again, at 5+5, I just don't think I can do it. Ariel Zamora is playing the #1 seed. So Ariel Zamora's performance is 1734. So unless he beats Trumpovsky, it looks like I've locked up second place. No matter what. Volberg. Where are we at? We are maybe going to do it. So as white, I need one more F3. We almost made it work. We did. We almost made it work. Floberg. I understand completely now why Floberg does not berserk back. Completely understandable. We are up in material, so therefore can we escape it? I do not know. But we will find out. We can do it. We will know how. Namaste, Faubourg. Thank you so much, buddy. Although I needed that one, I needed an Ariel Zamora to actually win his game as well. Right? Let me just do a quick shout out for the late streamer. Faubourg, who someday may make a return to the limelight. Namaste, sir. Oh my gosh. I have to go with the ones that I know in person, as much as I would love to visit Evie. I'm going to go with my good friend and fellow restaurateur, trying to remember what she ordered in Paris. But, c'est la vie. All right, everyone. Thank you all for being here. We are going to send Anamaya our love. Be sure to give her all of your raid emotes, please. If you're a sub, you get to use these fire raid emotes. Fire. I'm telling you how fire they are.
Said.
Good morning, sir.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said.
Please subscribe on
I
YouTube.
just got here.
Please check out the French Bishop Chesscast one more time. The French Bishop Chesscast connections are there, and you'll also find it if you visit
Take our stay safe.
YouTube and My Memorable Games. We are very lucky as we congratulate Trumpovsky, Ariel Zamora, and Charles Numero Uno. We had 22 today. I am running the whippersnapper to martial arts for his belt ceremony. It's like a moving up day, and I need time to get coffee for the car. So hopefully all of you will stay safe, indeed. We only have 7 for the raid. That's fine. Cheers and ciao, everyone. Let's roll the ending credits before it goes.
Kingslayer Sloan.
Said. Jesus, get him into BJJ.